Hey Brad, thanks for your time today.
Welcome, mate. No worries.
Mate, the purpose for today was to share with our clients a conversation that we had last week. You're in a pretty unique position, being a property advocate, to actually see firsthand the impact that the government changes have had on, I suppose, the manner in which people are now selling properties, more importantly, what the impact on the property market has been. And we wanted to share with our clients in the next sort of 5 or so minutes what some of those impacts have been, because they're questions that we get all the time. We thought it'd be a really good opportunity to share that. So let's quickly get through these, mate. So firstly, if you can just recap, I know there's been some changes as recently as the weekend into how are people now being, I suppose, forced or mandated to list and advertise their properties?
Yeah, so public auctions are no longer. And Thursday night last week, just prior to Easter, government said no more inspections of occupied properties. You can still access and inspect vacant properties,
right?
But not occupied properties. That caused mayhem in the industry because everyone was basically, well, how are we going to sell properties? It just didn't make any sense.
One, because still the majority of investment properties are tenanted, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Or even an owner-occupied home, selling that. So, you know, if I wanted to sell my home, I couldn't sell my home with my family living here. We had to vacate. So there was a bit of uproar. The REIV stepped in, had a bit of a chat, and then on Monday, that was reversed. So you can still sell properties now, being if they're occupied. Just got to go back to the change that were brought in when this first started, which is private inspections only, no publicly listed opens for sales or rentals, one in, one out, no flags, no advertising material, anything like that.
So having those restrictions now on the way that people can sell properties, one of the I suppose common feedback we get from our clients is that over the last couple of weeks, particularly a month, there seems to be a reduction in the number of properties that people that were in the market for have noticed on, say, traditional means like realestate.com, etc. Sort of highlighted the fact that, yeah, sure, those means of advertising property might have reduced, but that's not necessarily the case in terms of still what's available.
No, that's right. So I guess the main reason there is that people aren't prepared to sell a home, invest a significant amount of money, whether it be $5,000 or $30,000, on an advertising campaign with no guarantee of a result. So they've gone down the off-market path, where agents are now selling properties off-market, not being advertised, and they're selling to databases, to buyers advocates like myself, and trying to do it that way, going old school and making phone calls to try to get people to properties.
Yeah, okay. So properties are still available. Is there still good properties available?
Yeah, definitely. So when we spoke last week, I've had a significant amount of agents contact me. Some I haven't heard from for 3 to 5 years, who are desperate to sell. Good properties, they're just not being advertised. So you still got access to premium product, premium property for investment or occupy throughout Melbourne.
Okay, so people that are looking to buy maybe should stop, or maybe should look at other avenues in which to find those properties, either contacting agents directly, engaging property advocates like yourself, to find that stock that's not traditionally listed. Yeah, absolutely.
Look, honestly, they're the only two ways at the minute. The weekend paper, albeit being Easter, was about this thin in terms of properties because they're not advertising. So it's going old school. It's going walking into your real estate agent and saying, "Hey, what have you got for me?" And let's face it, people have got time, unless you've got kids that are homeschooling at the moment, or contacting someone like myself who'll do it for you.
Okay, and then one of the other big questions we get at the moment is, have we seen a significant impact on property prices? Because if you read the media, and they tend to highlight certain aspects of, I suppose, property prices are always a go-to area for them in any time of crisis. But have you seen a significant impact in property prices?
I haven't seen a significant impact, but certainly an impact. The thing that I've noticed, and again, I'm different to a lot of people in the way that I view values of properties, is that property's value is still there. It's probably come back 5, maybe 10% in some instances, but where you got to be careful is you're not going to see a property that's $1 million, goes to auction, has 3 people there, 2 people take it to $1.4 million. So that's the cream. Now, I think that's a skewed market value. You're not going to see that. If they're asking $1 million, you're going to see something around about that $1 million mark. Maybe 50 grand either way.
Okay. So fair results. Property prices are more than likely to go within, I suppose, the range.
A range,
as opposed to, because just the competition and the auction style competition doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist anymore. That's right. Yep.
Yeah, okay. And then just to wrap up, I suppose, what's your unique view on what it's going to look like over the next couple of months? It's going to be the norm for a while?
Yeah, it will be. It will be. I think there is definitely opportunities out there. The biggest thing for me is it's a two-way approach. Is agents are now desperate to sell. Things like retainers have been taken away from them. So if they've got a property listed at $1 million and they get an offer of 900, they may force that to be accepted by the vendor because they need to get paid. And on the other side, you've got your consumer, your buyers, and you've seen this in terms of confidence, getting access to funds, but probably more so is keeping jobs and being able to service that. So if you've got, one extreme at the either end, then you are going to see a drop in prices, again, 5, 10, 15%. But if you're in a strong financial position, I think that there is some terrific opportunities to be had out in the marketplace.
Yeah, I suppose, so the key takeaways for me based on our conversation were the market has changed a little bit. You might, as a person looking to buy, provided you've got stable employment and have access to cash or a pre-approval, there's some still good opportunities out there. Looking through realestate.com is traditionally probably not going to provide you access to all of those opportunities. So a bit more homework regarding speaking directly to agents, speaking to buyers advocates like yourself, may be the way that people have to approach the property market over the next, say, 3-6 months and beyond.
Yeah, I think absolutely 3 months, and then who knows after that. But I think the next 3 months, that's the way to go about it. Absolutely.
Okay, Brad. So you're open, and you've expressed this before, that if any of our clients want to have a discussion with you regarding the market, what they should do, maybe what's available, we'll have your contact details at the bottom of this email so people can contact you directly and have a chat.
Absolutely, mate. Look forward to it. And as I say all the time, I'd rather someone give me a call and have a chat. No cost, and ask a couple of questions, and then they avoid making a diabolical mistake. So give me a call, have a chat. Happy to help wherever I can.
No worries, Brad. Thanks for your time, mate.
No worries. Thanks, Chris.
Bye-bye.